I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave. Y'all, like, why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why? Why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why is this a thing right now? Why is this okay? I can't do this no more. I should have kept my vote to myself because I knew it didn't fucking matter. What the fuck? Y'all hate me so bad. Since y'all hate me so bad, I hate y'all motherfuckers. I hate y'all motherfuckers, and I hope every single policy touch y'all. I hope every single policy touch every single one of your family. I hope it do. I hope it do. And for the people who lied, I know y'all lied. I know y'all just went along with the follow train because y'all didn't want to be called out and singled out. But y'all lied. I hope it touches you too. I hope it touches you too. And for my people who voted for that motherfucker, there's a special place for you. I want you to know the ancestors, I don't care if you believe in that or not, they gonna get you. They gonna get you. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck all. Fuck all of y'all.
All right. Shalom, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Shem Rakak Madash, and double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, for teaching this truth that's going all around the earth. And shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, it's your brother Tazawam from the great millstone here in St. Louis. And we're going to dive into a lesson, right, coming off the heels of what happened last night, what transpired with DJ Trump, getting ready to take the helm again and go back into the seat. All right, and we saw the montage of clips, right, before the lesson. Okay, and you see mostly Eve lamenting and crying and falling out all over the place because what? You so-called black women, all right, mostly, okay, are all upset, and butthurt, all right, because Cammy didn't get the office, right? Kamala Harris didn't get the office, all right? And on top of that, to add insult to injury, insult to injury, she didn't even come out and give a concession speech, all right? Which showed you that she didn't respect you anyway, since all you women out there went so hard for her, and in particular, the N-Dub. Okay, see, and now you got to sit there in your own juices and soak, okay, because you wouldn't take heed to the men, especially the men of the Lord, who told you not to participate in this kind of thing, get your hopes up, all right, that you actually should be turning to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right? And as the scripture says in Deuteronomy 17 and 14, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, about not voting for somebody that is not going to be of your own nation to have them over you as king, okay? But when it comes to the scriptures, you women, you thump your nose at it, right? You don't believe it, okay? And for all of you PhDs and DDs and MDs and MSs, okay, you doctors of law, all you professors, all right, you females who got all these different type of degrees and accolades, and you walked around with your Greek sorority hats and jackets on and pins, you see. And we told you that this woman was a fraud and a fake anyway. All right, all you had to do was do your own research. But anyway, we're going to jump into the scriptures to show you, all right, that you women really, you really have no business trying to be in a top office anyway, of any kind. All right, but that's another lesson for another time. Let's jump in right here. We're going to get through these real quick. I'm not going to make this real long. All right, this is Isaiah 32:9, and it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice. Ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines," right? So, here lately, probably over the last 40, 50 years, in particular, the so-called black woman, Latino woman, Native American, all right, you Israelite women, the government has always given you that biscuit for you to live off of, all right? And have taught you their wicked ways, and Uncle Sam became your pimp, became your man, okay? And you believed in that, all right? You believed in the sorceries of Babylon the Great, okay? And you've been drunken off of the wine of all the different politicians that came before, all right, for the so-called Democratic Party, okay? You've drunk their wine, okay, and taken up with their philosophies, all right? And so the Israelite man was no good to you anymore, all right, because you had Uncle Sam to take care of you. Well, that's coming to an end, right? If DJ Trump got anything to do with it, there's going to be some slashing and some cuts. And you have to also keep in mind, all right, that you women, no matter how hard you all tried and you prayed, all right, to all your little false deities, and you use your little magic and your witchcraft, that you women cannot upset prophecy, all right, period. The Lord had it all written out and planned out as to how it's supposed to go down, all right? So try as you might, and you came up with a failure. Isaiah 31:1, it reads, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help," and we liken Egypt even in this time, all right, to the time of bondage, or Egypt actually being Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, and so on, right, which is America, all right? This is Egypt. And you think that your help is actually in Egypt and not Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, okay? That's who you ought to be turning to, okay? "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord." See, you Israelite women, you're supposed to be seeking the Lord of these prophecies, the Lord of this book, the scriptures, all right? And you've been with the YouTube sensation. Most of you women out there have heard the names being preached. The Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and His Son is Yahweh Shai. You've heard these names, okay? But you trust in this place more than you trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You don't even seek the Lord because you think with all of your pride, right, and with all of your education and all your position, okay, that you thought you was going to be able to pull something over, and it didn't happen. Verse 2, "Yet he also is wise and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians were men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together, right? And you can kind of say that happened last night. For all of you women, now you wake up the next morning crying, right? Eyeballs all swollen shut, snot running from your nose, got a goddamn bonnet on your head, okay? And you want to curse men out, you see, because you didn't get what you wanted, okay? Verse 4, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and pass it over, he will preserve it, right? So those that have repented and put their trust solely in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, not in Egypt, not in horses and chariots, meaning soldiers and governments and so on and so forth, policies, administrative orders, executive orders and such, right? That the Lord is going to save and deliver his remnant, his elect, and the rest of you are going to be destroyed because you did not turn to your power when you had a chance. Okay? So when this raggedy ass place goes down, guess what? All you snot-faced women, you're going to go down with it. Okay? Because you're an enemy. Especially when you get on there and you're crying about what men did or didn't do. Okay? To help further your cause. And to show you that you women have always been, had a penchant for being wicked. Let me say it that way. Let's go to Jeremiah 44. We'll jump in right here, verse 11. It reads, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will set my face against you for evil, right? And that is to bring bad times on you, okay? But particularly, okay, you women. And to cut off all Judah, and I will take the remnant of Judah that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, and they shall all be consumed, see, all right, and fall in the land of Egypt. And so, like I said, we put this in today's modern time, and Babylon the Great, America, is that Egypt again. You're going to fall here in this land. They shall even be consumed by the sword and by the famine. They shall die, from the least even unto the greatest, by the sword and by the famine. And they shall be in execration and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach. For I will punish them that dwell in the land of Egypt as I have punished Jerusalem, by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, so that none of the remnant of Judah, which are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, shall escape or remain, that they should return into the land of Judah, to the which they have a desire to return to dwell there, for none shall return but such as shall escape. Right, a certain number will come back because they'll be the witnesses and a testimony unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, as you read further in the chapter, okay? Verse 15, then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, no matter what you call them. If you call a name outside of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, those are other gods. And all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwell in the land of Egypt and Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, as the women spoke back to Jeremiah, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee. See, the women being rebellious. You see it? But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, right? And that's what you saw, this Queen of Heaven worship, where all you women wanted this woman to be in office. That's Queen of Heaven worship. You see? and to pour out drink offerings unto her as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evil. Right. The vintage shall fail. Okay. Because you had plenty of these things, you thought it was all good. Verse 18, but since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make our cakes to worship her and pour out our drink offerings unto her without our men? Right. And that's for you weak ass, simp, beta male ass Israelite men who supported this shit. Okay? You had no backbone and no courage. So whatever your woman pulled you by your nose to make you do whatever she said. All right? And so clearly the women have been enemies, particularly to the men who are righteous, right? Or the brothers who preach the truth. You know, you hate men who stand up. Okay? This is Micah 7 and 9. And it reads, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord Yahweh thy power? You see, so you women have always tried to rule over your men, to disannul the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, to do your own thing because you made that bond with Satan. Okay? And so you try to take the little weak male, he'll follow behind you. Okay? All right? Mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. Right? A lot of you women are going to catch holy hell. All right? Just a few more scriptures. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. It reads, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down, into Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. This is the valley of the shadow of death. America is, okay? And once again, you was trying to go on to Pharaoh, who would have been your so-called president, because you thought if the woman got in, she would be your advocate so that you continuously do your wicked folly, right? That you could carry out child sacrifices, all right, to say the least. And that's what you thought you was going to have. And that's why all these women were so upset today. Going on to verse 3, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. For his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be any help nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach. See? You women, you're ashamed. Okay? The burden of the beasts of the south into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the young and old lion, the viper and the fiery flying serpent. They will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that should not profit them. For the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this, their strength is to sit still. Now go, write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever. Right? And that's the scriptures right now. Okay? For a time to come, forever and ever. All right? This history, these stories, all right, the different captivities were to teach us what not to do and what to do according to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things. And that's what you women fell for. You fell for the smooth approach, right, of the fiery serpent. Okay? You fell for all the shenanigans that is known as the political arena. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And everything that you heard from her was pointless and was nothing more than a lie. Get you out of the way, turn aside, verse 11, out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. And this is how people are. You don't want correction and you don't want instruction. You think you got it all figured out, right? But you forget about the mighty one, all right, that controls all things, life and death, okay, and have these prophecies written out by his prophets and has his prophets and teachers teaching again to tell you what's going to happen. And yet you women still think in all of your pride that you're going to supersede the prophecies. Verse 12, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression. You can't tell me that this government has not oppressed the children of Israel here in this landmass for all these 250, 60, 75 years, whatever it's been. And perverseness, and stay thereon, right? You still want it to continue. You still think you're going to get a fair shake in this place. You don't want to see it go. Verse 13, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh what? Suddenly and at an instant. Okay. 2 Timothy 3:1. You see here, difficult times will come. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And when you think of this, don't just think of men, okay? You women hold these same attributes. Being covetous, being boasters, being proud, unthankful, unholy. All right? Verse 3, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. Didn't she stampede out all these, had old hoes and thoughts, you know, chicks with BBLs and nose jobs and false teeth, and she paraded all of them out in front of you, and y'all didn't bat an eye. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, J-Lo, just to tantalize you, just to think that this was some kind of woman power movement. Verse 5, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Ain't that the truth? You see? But even through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's great mercy, a lot of you women can still repent today. Okay? Are you going to do it? Or are you going to wait for another 4 years? Okay? You have no understanding. This is Job 39:13. Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because the Most High has deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding, right? And so you women are like a cruel beast, a big, doofy, goofy bird, right, who don't understand what she's doing and how she may potentially kill off her offspring. You see? And that's what you women were hoping for. That you would get somebody in there that would side for you. Okay? But all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Call Haloyim La Alahayanawa Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The prophecies are going to be what they are. And you women can't offset it. All right? We're in the lesson right there. All praise to the Most High Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Shalom.